Well, the causes of nasal congestion can be lots of different things. It's not necessarily one simple thing. It can be the interplay of a number of different things, such as a bend in the nose, something called your septum being bent. You can have allergies, which causes the nose to swell up. Allergies to things like food, to animals, to pollen, to dust. Or you can develop things like polyps, which are non-worrying swellings within the nose, which makes it more difficult to breathe. So these, along with things like sinusitis, which you might have heard of, all of them can tend towards nasal congestion. Unblocking your nose is a really important thing. Many of you will be thinking, can't breathe at night, and you use these drops, which are nasal decongestant drops you can buy over the counter. Unfortunately, they are evil. They may be really, really effective in the short term, but their long-term effect on your nose isn't very good. So buying a nasal decongestant drop over the counter is not a good thing to use for more than 5 days. What natural ways could you use to unblock the nose? Well, actually, simple things like salt water nasal washes. What you don't realize is in your nose, you have tiny, thousands of tiny little hairs that waft the natural mucus that we create backwards down, and we swallow it. We actually make about 1 litre a day. And so using saltwater washes can help your nose to naturally decongest more easily. Firstly, we're thinking about going to sleep usually, and we're lying down, and then we're thinking, why can't I go to bed? And then your brain starts thinking, oh, my nose is blocked, and we focus in on that area. Equally, those people with allergies, such as things like house dust mite. Now remember, even the Queen probably has house dust mites, so it's not to do with cleanliness, it's to do with this bug which lives in laundry and can live in paper. People can be allergic to that. Equally, there's something called the nasal cycle, in which we get blockage on one side of the nose and then the other side of the nose. For those of you who are geeks and you like anthropology, well, if you were to lie down on your left side, your right nostril will decongest naturally after about 10 to 15 minutes. Then if you flip over and sleep on your right side, your left nostril, which is the uppermost nostril, will decongest after about 15 minutes. And this is a normal thing called the nasal cycle. Basically, it came from when we were living in caves and we didn't want ants or other creepy crawlies crawling up our nose. It will naturally congest on the lowermost side. Well, you should see someone about nasal congestion if you're having the problem recurrently, it happens again and again, or if it's persistent, it's not getting better. Doctors can help to look up your nose, try and understand why it is, and then give you appropriate tailored treatment specifically to you. The best way to understand the cause of nasal congestion is to listen to you, to understand what happens in your day. When are you congested? What are the triggers? And then we can do things like allergy testing or look up the nose with a special camera to try and understand how that feeling of congestion relates to you. There are lots of different ways. It can be simple things such as saltwater washes. It could be nasal sprays or drops in the nose. We could be thinking about surgery. And we could be thinking about straightening the nose or opening up the sinuses or removing polyps, or indeed shrinking parts of the nose which have swollen up and caused you problems. But remember, how we treat nasal congestion is specifically for the individual.